Woohoo! We are live. Let me just double check that we are live. Checking my YouTube right now. I see everyone is logged on. If you can see me and you see that I am live, please put a comment down below. Tell me where you're tuning in from. I would love to know. Um, that's what I love about webinars and all these virtual events is like we get to meet so many different people from all over the place. So please tell me where you're tuning in from. If I see your name, I will acknowledge you. But if you don't have your name hooked up to your YouTube, then I won't know who you are. Hi, Mark. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I know we are streaming this to different platforms. So if this is on Facebook or another platform that we're streaming to, sometimes you do have to allow StreamYard permission to capture your first and last name so that when you are commenting, I can give you a shout out and I can obviously, I'll know who's tuning in. All right, so let's get started today. I'm super excited. Again, if you're just popping on, please tell me where you're tuning in from because I would love to know where you're tuning in from. And we're going to get started here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because I like to share some visuals. So today you are here because you really want to know why networking is important. What's up with this networking thing? So when you first became a business owner, or even when you became an entrepreneur, or you just came out of high school or even college, people have always expressed you should network, you should get yourself out there, you should get to know people, you should connect. But really, what is the purpose for it? And how do you even get started if you're someone new who hasn't networked before, right? So today I'm going to cover that for you. And I'm going to explain it as in detail and as clear and concise as I can, because I feel like sometimes that networking could have like a stigma around the word networking because some people don't do it the right way. And then some people cringe when they hear the word network. So today we're going to go over the right way of networking and really how to go about that and how to get started if you haven't even started networking just yet. So first but not least, I would like to introduce myself if we haven't met yet. My name is Mary Grace Iniguez. I am a master connector and community builder. I am also the owner and CEO of Social Register Network. I've been networking for over 10 plus years, and I'm all about building community. As you can see from down below on the logos there, Social Register Network is the organization I own. That's a 27-year business networking organization that has been in town in Las Vegas for 25 years. And then during the pandemic, my husband and I expanded nationally. So we are a nationwide organization connecting business owners nationwide. Aside from that, I also started a Las Vegas mom group with my best friend, and we have almost 2,000 mamas in that group. So I'm all about building community. And in addition to that, I have the mom directory, which is also a 300 mama group. And it's all moms who are in business. That's the difference with LV Mom Life and the mom directory. So as you can see, I love building communities. I feel that all of us, we need support and we need the people who are on the same journey as us because life is not meant to be done alone. And especially business is not meant to be done alone. So I'm all about building community and I'm all about connecting. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go over what you are going to learn today. So you're going to really learn what is networking? How does it work? And what are the benefits for your business? And really how to get started? Because I know that there's several workshops and webinars out there as to how to network and, doing it the right way to build connection, build relationships, and build a quality network. But no one has really dug down dirty to really show what is networking. First, like, what is it? And what are we trying to accomplish here? And what does it do for your business? So I'm going to go over that today. And I'm a fast talker. So if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments below and I can answer them for you. I am a fast talker, so I know that this webinar will not be more than 30 minutes because I am all about intention and getting down to business. So let me know if you have any questions if I'm going a little too fast. All right. So what is networking? Specifically, what is business networking? So business networking, it involves making connections but not only to your customers or your clients. So a lot of people think that business networking is like, oh, it's where I can find my next client, or that's where I go to make my sales and, get new customers. But actually, it's a place for you to connect with other like-minded individuals who might refer business to you or mention your name in a positive way so people know you. It also leads to other things, obviously, exposure, opportunities, and collaboration, but we will get into that. So the key part of effective networking is helping other business professionals, business owners, entrepreneurs, whatever it is that you're going to this networking event for. You're helping them with their needs. So it's all about a give before you receive, and you give more than you receive. So, as I explained, networking is all about building those relationships. And obviously, the key to it is building relationships with like minded individuals who are on the same journey as you. But in addition to that, you want to make sure that the events or where you're networking, they do support, obviously, the like minded individuals, but also where are your clients? Where are those people? You want to make sure you're networking in those areas too. And I'll dive into that. I actually get even deeper as to the core networking organizations you should be joining. So, obviously, the first thing about networking is exposure. It's a key element to making yourself known in your community. So, if you're not going out there and you're not getting to know people, you're not letting them know about who you are, what you do, what your values are, and what your business is all about, no one will know who you are. They won't even know that you have a business. They won't even know that you're here if you're not getting out there and showing up to events or showing up online or connecting with others and making sure that you are known in the industry. The second, obviously, is networking is it brings on collaborations. It's another way for you to meet like-minded individuals, and it gives you the opportunity to collaborate with other experts to help either grow their business or grow your business. But also, in addition to that, it allows you to tap into their network as well, and for them as well, they can tap into your network. So it's another way to improve your life, both personally and professionally within the business realm. Obviously, the third one is one of my favorites. It's the opportunities, because you never know who you will meet. So if you're not out there networking and you're just staying in your office or staying in your home office, there are no opportunities that will, there's no doors opening for you because you're not connecting with other people. You're not getting to know what is really out there. And when you network, you meet the greatest people, like some people that you didn't even know you needed in your life. And this opens up other opportunities. For example, podcast interviews. That's another way to get yourself out there and let people know who you are. Also, a special connection can lead to a friendship. I've had so many business relationships and connections that I've made that are now my business besties, my business best friends. And I've done so many collaborations with several of them. Another great thing is you can do things like log on live together and do something fun and tap into both of each other's audience. Another thing is hosting an event together, or maybe launching a product or a service together. There's so many different opportunities, but if you don't start networking, you won't know. So networking brings on these amazing opportunities for your business. Obviously, the relationships you'll build, the exposure for you and your business that you wouldn't get just from your phone and being on social media, but also the collaboration and the opportunities that you won't normally get just from staying home or staying in your office or staying in your little box. So I found this very interesting, actually. I do a lot of research on networking, and I wanted to know, when did it even start? Because as you may know, I'm sure if you have a group of friends, there's always that one friend when you go to a party or an event, they're like saying hello to everybody, they're getting to know everyone. It's a natural knack for them. And there's really no agenda for them. They're not doing it to get something out of someone, but they're just social, right? They're just out there networking, and not really networking, but socializing and getting to know other people. And what's really funny as well is that they go back home and they're like, oh my gosh, I met so and so who's an attorney. And then maybe they have another friend who needs an attorney, or maybe needs a job, or is trying to get into that industry. They have this network that they could tap into because they're so social and getting to know others. So that's a natural thing for some people. And really, networking, business networking came from that. As I was doing research, it actually showed that networking was around in the late 1970s into the early 80s. And actually, it began in the baby boom generation when they were moving into the workforce. So it was really used for getting yourself out there when you're looking for a job. And then obviously, it was just really what they did. What the behind of it is that the natural socializer, the person who is very social, now it was implemented into business so that you are going out there with intention and building those connections and building those networks within your business. So now it wasn't just social, it was more professional networking, right? So I want you to always remember that you probably already have a network and you don't even realize it, because everyone has a network. Even if you don't join a group, or even if you don't join a organization, or even if you don't have social media, you've already built relationships who with people in your family, in your if you were in high school, in college, your business colleagues, whatever it is. Maybe your kids play basketball and you connected with the parents. That's a network. Those are those are relationships you're already building. So that's actually a network already. So you may not even notice it, but you're already doing it. It's funny because I was reading in the articles and they say your relatives and your neighbors, they are part of your network, because there's people also that you meet at the gym, people you meet at different places. Like if you always go to a Pilates studio, those women or men that you meet at that studio, they're part of your network. You're getting to know them on a natural social basis. And then obviously it turns into business or professionally, or just people who you add to your network, whether it be personal or professionally. Um, so I just want you to know, though, how does it really work? Like, how does networking work, right? Because so many people have asked me, and it was so funny because for me, it was like, what do you mean, how does it work? Because for some, it's very natural. It's just really getting to know people, connecting, building friendships and relationships, and then it leads to obviously different things. So I want to break down, like, really how does it work, and really how it works is you're either networking online or in person, and you're making those connections without an agenda, right? Like you're not there to pitch your business. You're there to really get to know others who are in your community, and then you're allowing them to get to know you too. And of course, you're telling them about your business and what your business does, but you're not there to say, hey, I own Social Register Network. Our memberships are $49 or $49.85. Do you want to join? Like, that's not what I want you to do at networking events. I want you to introduce yourself as a human being. And then obviously, you can lead on to your business that, hey, yes, I actually own a networking organization. We have over 2,500 members. We're exclusive to business owners and entrepreneurs. And usually, if they're interested or they want to learn more, they'll ask you there. Or that is the time when you're going to want to do the follow up. And then you guys can do like a one on one Zoom or a one on one coffee date. And you could get even deeper with exactly who you guys service and how you guys can support each other. So that is the initial thing. You're networking online and in person. You're building that relationship. You know, I like to describe networking sort of like dating, even though a lot of people tease me because I've never really dated, because my husband and I have been together forever. But I know exactly how dating works, right? Like you meet someone and you get to know each other to see if you guys vibe a little bit. And then you take it to the next step, which is maybe you get on a phone call or you do a Zoom or you go to dinner, whatever it is, right? So that's the same with networking. And when you're going to networking events, when you go to the event or you're networking online on social media, you're really scouting. You're trying to get to know the person to see if it's somebody you want to add to your network, if there's a possible way that you can support them, collaborate, or whatnot. So that is the first stage. You're scouting, you're seeing if you align in some way, because you have to understand, if you people who are following you on social media or when you're going to an event, if there's 100 people there, not all 100 of them are going to be in your network, and you're not going to be in their network. You'll probably connect and align with maybe two people there. And you can take it to the next level from there. So you need to understand that it does take time. It's something that you build, and not everyone aligns with you, and not everyone's going to fit within the alignment that you're wanting, or maybe you guys just don't share the same kind of values or business collaborations. Like maybe they are more interested in doing a collaboration this way, and you're interested in doing collaborations in a different way. So you need to understand that not everybody is going to be added to your network, and you're not going to be for everybody else as well. You're not going to be in there. You're not going to be in every single person's network. Um, so after you prime, I like to say, and you go out there and meet people, the next thing is, for the people that you felt that you aligned with and you know that you would love to add them to your network, you want to make sure that you stay connected with them and you find out how you can support each other. So what I like to say is, add them on social media. Add them on social media and find out more about them. So if your social media is not up to par and you don't have some branding around it, and it doesn't clearly distinguish what you do and what you offer in your business, then you may want to go back to your social media and make sure you clean that up and make sure it does clearly state what you offer and what you do. Because naturally, after an event, someone will look you up on social media. So if you don't have social media, please get one. Get one of the platforms where you know that your clients are. Um, so after you are staying connected through social media, or maybe you shot them an email, which is great, you're thinking of ways to connect with them and great connections for them, right? So it comes natural when you meet someone. You're maybe you don't need their services, but maybe you know of another connection that would be great synergy for them to connect, whether it be collaboration, whether it be that they share the same clientele, whatever it is. So you want to make sure the next step is, after you know that you want to add them to your network, you have had a meeting, you know that you want to connect them with other people, or you want to do a collaboration, you go ahead and do that. So that's what it is. And then the fourth thing, obviously, with networking is you want to make sure that you're cultivating and you're nourishing those contacts. So after you've met with them, you built a relationship, you don't want to just leave it there. You want to make sure that you're staying in touch. You're showing them love on social media, but you're also sending them maybe an article that made you think of them, or you're saying hello, or you're inviting them to an event or whatnot. You want to make sure that you're staying on top of mind and you're offering support to them, because staying on top of mind, I'm sure you learned this with your business, is with exposure as well in advertising and marketing, is staying top of mind is the best for you. Because when that connection thinks of a networking organization or networking, the first person they would think of is me, because I'm staying top of mind with them. I'm building that relationship with them. All right. So here is the meat. This is what everyone wants to know. What can it do for your business? And I did touch on it a little bit. And obviously, it's going to help you grow your business. It's going to help bring some introductions, bring some referrals, partners, and growth in your business. You have to understand that, yes, advertising and marketing is amazing, but networking brings in the aspect of making you unique, allowing people to get to know you as a human being, as a individual, and what makes you different. For example, social register network and networking, there's so many different organizations, but really what makes it unique is when they talk to me, when they build a relationship with me, or when they build a relationship with one of my team members. So it networking will definitely help you grow and definitely bring you introductions and referrals, and it allows you to form business relationships with other like-minded business owners in your industry. So obviously it makes you known, it puts your business in the forefront, because like I said, if you're not out there talking to your community, you're not letting people know who you are and what you do, no one will know that you do business. You'll wonder, why don't I get any clients? How come nobody knows about me? Well, because you're not putting yourself out there, whether it be online or in person. And then obviously it helps you stay in the know. So actually, that's not obvious because a lot of people don't realize that networking is more than just getting referrals, introductions, and building relationships and building a quality network, but it's actually a way for you to stay in trends. Learning from other experts in the business community. Because as a business owner, you are focused on your expertise, on what you do. But you don't know everything. So it's always great to connect with other business owners and other experts and industry leaders to get advice and learn from other people. So that is one of the things that I absolutely love about networking is that I can tap into those amazing entrepreneurs and business owners who are doing it on a daily basis, because I am not by all means an expert in SEO, but I do have a person that I could go to and ask those questions. What's even more amazing than for me to get the answers for my business is when someone approaches me and they have questions about a certain topic that I don't know, but knowing that I can tap into my network and get those answers for them or connect them with someone who's an expert absolutely is, it tops it off for me. Like to be able to help another individual, even though it's not straight from me that I don't know the answers, but I could connect them with an expert. That's amazing. It's great for both parties, right? Because you're connecting them now with a new person and they can both connect and collaborate, or he can learn from her or vice versa. So I'm all about the connection. So as you can tell, that's like one of my passions, just connecting people together. All right. So these are the few things I do want you to always keep in mind, that you need to understand that a network, a strong network, isn't built overnight. Like I've been networking for over 10 years, and some people you connect with right away. And yes, you'll have like two or three people, but to have a very strong network of maybe 20, 30 people, maybe 50 people, it's not built overnight. It does take time and it does take work. Like you have to give more than you receive. You also have to understand that networking is a two-way street. So I like to say, give. You give, and more than you receive. And you want to be in a position where you're giving more than you're receiving, rather than you're receiving than more you're giving, because it's like you just don't want to allow there to be any area of people just saying, oh my gosh, all she does is take. So I always say, give more than you receive, so then there's not even any reason for anyone to ever say that. Um and always remember, networking isn't only about you, and it's actually not about you. It's about helping others and supporting others, because that always is a great way for people to remember you. I mean, if you want to be remembered or build a reputation, you want someone to remember you as someone who supports others, who is always out there for the community, who's always sending connections, who is always lending a helping hand. So just remember that networking isn't only about yourself. It's not only about your business, but it's about supporting others and how you can help the business community. All right. So this is the big one. So I always receive questions like, yes, I know networking is important. I know I need to do it, but how do I get started? Like, I feel so awkward when I'm in a one on one call, or I'm on a Zoom meeting, or I don't know what to say, that kind of thing. So I'm going to go over how to get started. So the first thing I want you to know, because I've heard this several times, is I'm not ready. I'm not ready to do that. I'm nervous, whatnot. Is I want you to make sure to know that don't wait. Don't wait until your marketing funnel is empty to start networking. If you want to build a robust business, if you want to get your business out there and you want to make sure people know about you, then you need to get out there and make those connections. There's no perfect time to do it, because quite honestly, networking is about just introducing yourself. Like there's no preparation for it. Like you just go there and introduce you as you. So I don't want you to wait. There's no perfect time to make new friends. It's just like going to a party or an event and socializing and getting to know others. I don't want you to overthink it. I really just want you to be you and connect human to human with others. And then your business will come in. And everybody's there for the same reason. Like a lot of people on social media who own a business, they're there to connect. That is why they're there. So I want you to start today. And if you're not comfortable with networking outside just yet, then try social media, but also try with family and friends that you already know. Tell them what you do, who is what kind of support you're looking for, who is your ideal client, whatever it is. Because again, a lot of people they tend not to share that kind of stuff with their close friends or family because they feel like, oh, all they don't understand or whatever. But quite honestly, if your friends and family don't know what you do, how can they support you? So if you are not comfortable with going outside and publicly networking with people you don't know just yet, start with your friends and family, start with your neighbors, start with people you already are talking to. But the next step I would want you to do is if you're not already doing it, is I want you to make sure that you're networking on social media. And then after that, and it's all right here, reach out. It tells you exactly, do the social media and then also attend an event and all of that. So with social media, let's dive into the social media. Is I want you to not only just post, because posting is not going to bring the clients to you. Posting photos about you is not going to bring clients to you. Posting your products or your service is not going to bring the clients to you. Like no one's going to be knocking on your door just because of a post. People want you to build a relationship with them because again, you need to build trust. You need to make sure that they like you. And in order for you to do that is you need to build a relationship. So social media is a tool. It's a tool to use to build a relationship. So I want you to reach out, start conversations, be friends to your followers, like their posts, comment their posts, and if you're ready, send them a direct message. Send them something nice. Hey, I really love your page. Please keep it up. Or if you've already been following them and you've already built that connection, I've done things where I'm like, hey, I've been following you. I really love your content. I see that we align in so many different ways. Would you be open to a Zoom call so we could connect further and see how we can support each other? That is such a friendly direct message. It's not salesy at all. And you're asking, how can we support each other? Let's, hop on a Zoom call basically, because I want to learn more about what you do. So, again, I'm going to start over. I want you to start today. And if you're not comfortable with going outside of, people you don't know, start with your friends and family. And then from there, I want you to go on social media and again, be a friend to your followers. And when you're ready, send out a direct message and reach out. I don't want you to overthink it. Don't overthink it. Just send a message. Be a friend. Get to know other people. So, again, social media. And the third one is attend an event. So if you've already been networking, you've already been building relationships on social media, but maybe you haven't attended an event just yet because you're nervous, you don't know what to expect, you don't know what to do. Well, I want you to find an event in your community and I want you to bring a friend with you. I want you to bring a friend with you so that you have someone with you that you already know and then you could feel comfortable. What would be really cool is if you brought a friend who's actually been networking before because they can they can navigate the waters for you and you can kind of like follow and see what they do. So if you need a friend to attend an event, please contact me because we host several events and obviously I attend a lot of events here in our community. So I would love to be your buddy. So let me know. And understand at these events, everyone is there for the same thing. Everybody is there to network. And trust me, there's probably 10 other people who feel exactly the same way as you that this is their first event. Maybe they're nervous, maybe they're shy, there's so many different variables. So just understand that you're not the only person who is feeling that way, that everybody's there for the same purpose. And there's probably a great number of people who are feeling exactly the way you feel. Now, after you have done social media, you have attended an event, I want to make sure that you're following up. So, with all those people that you've connected with and you know that you align with, you want to make sure that you follow up with those people. That is where the gold is. That's what my friend Ati says. The follow up. The gold is in the follow up. And you want to make sure that you're connecting with these people. So, if you met them at an event, you're going to want to connect with them on social media, show them love, find out more about them. And when you see that it's obviously in alignment, you may want to book a Zoom call. You want to build a friendship and a business relationship with these people that you've already connected with. It's all about being friendly and building those relationships, and then it leads to business. And that's one thing I want to stress to you today is don't go into networking trying to find 20 clients because it's not going to happen. You want to go there with no agenda. You want to go there to meet people. You want to go there for people to get to know you and your business. Okay. All right. So the follow up, you want to make sure that you take care of the follow up and you make sure that you follow up with every single person that you know that you align with, that you connected with either at the event or on social media. So if on social media you've already had that Zoom call, that's your first follow up. Your second follow up is to stay connected with them. Find out ways that maybe you can collaborate. A second thing is I'm always thinking of ways to connect them with another person that I know that is would be great synergy. So that's another way of following up. And then also another way of following up is maybe sending a note, sharing a post that you thought was funny that you know that they would enjoy. There's so many different things. It's things you would send to your friend, right? Like things you would send to your friend that you know that they would enjoy. So I put down here, don't wait, start today, because I don't want you to wait. Networking is not something you should put off. It's something you should start immediately after college. Quite honestly, I tell my son all the time that, hey, you need to get out there and network and see, uh, to find out really what you want to do. Or if you're in your industry and you need to find mentors, well, how do you find them? You have to network. So coming out of college, you should be networking. Starting your business, you should definitely be already networking. All right. And the ultimate secret, and I've touched on this so many times during this webinar, is the secret sauce to networking is to be you. You know, networking is uncomfortable as is for some people. So the way to make it comfortable is just to be you. Quite frankly, you don't want to connect with anyone who doesn't like your energy anyways. Like you're not going to vibe. You're not going to that business relationship is not going to go far anyways. So what I like to do is be myself. Not do. I am. I am myself because quite frankly, if somebody doesn't like me because I always laugh, I'm just stumbling on my words all the time, I talk with my hands, then we probably shouldn't be on the same community, tribe, or network. So you want to make sure that you're being yourself because being yourself is going to attract your people. It's going to attract those clients. It's going to attract those power players that you want to add to your network. So this is the secret sauce. Just be you. Go to these events, introduce yourself, who you are, what you do, and find out what they do. You will attract the people you want to work with, being yourself. Um, and when I get into a conversation, it's very natural. So if you're on a Zoom call, because sometimes those could be awkward, trust me, they were awkward in the beginning for me. When you get on a one-on-one Zoom call, you speak to it's a natural conversation. Sometimes I hop into a Zoom call and the person and I are already laughing because something silly happened to, I don't know, the connection, or they're on mute and I'm like, I can't hear you. And we're like giggling and laughing. So it's already a natural thing. And if you're yourself, it allows the other person to feel comfortable and be themselves too. So when I hop onto a one-on-one Zoom call, I'm just always like, hey, how are you? Oh my God, I'm so glad we connected. I've been seeing your posts and I just see that we align in so many ways. And I just want to know more about you and see how I can support you. So tell me more about yourself. That's how I approach it. And it leads into a conversation. And then, of course, they want to know more about you. So they'll ask you, well, tell me about yourself. It all is a natural conversation. So, again, I want you to be you, and I don't want you to overthink it. I just want you to come into the conversation naturally and network. I know the word network sounds so official, but it's really just conversating, building a relationship, getting to know each other. All right. So, what do I have for you in the next? Okay. So, networking, obviously, it's about building that trust, connection, and that authenticity is really going to help you build that trust because networking has such stigma around it, right? People already know that people who go out to network, they're trying to find something. They're looking for a favor, looking for connections, they're looking for the new client. So, in order for us to remove that, we have to be ourselves so we can build trust and people can get to know us as Mary Gracie is, as a human being, as a person outside of being a business owner. Me as Mary Grace. So then they could build trust. And then there's that likable factor that they can get to know me and they're like, you know what, I like her, right? Because I'm myself. If you're putting a wall or a guard up or you're trying to be something you're not, people can read through that. Trust me. There's a lot of people who network all the time and they can read through that. So, networking is about building that trust and building that connection. So, be authentic. You have to always remember that people want to connect with you and who you are. And the most effective networking is being you and attracting the right connections and giving more than you receive, is what I mentioned before. And go to networking events with no agenda besides getting to know others and letting them know about who you are and that you are in business, that you are here and you are supporting X clients, whatever it is, right? Like clients. All right. So, just a lot of this is like things I should probably dive into even more, but social media, use it the right way. Obviously, if you're doing some posts, you want to make sure that you're building the relationships too and you're taking it offline because as you can see last week when Facebook and Instagram was down, you don't want to have to depend on those platforms because you don't have control of it. So you want to make sure you're taking those connections that you've made on social media, you're taking it offline. If you are planning on choosing a networking organization or a group, you want to make sure that you're choosing the right group. You want to make sure that it's strategically aligned with you. It's something that you feel so comfortable with. That's where your clients are hanging out. These are your power players that you want to, be around these like minded people. So make sure you're checking into those groups. The third thing, this is a bit like next level networking, and it's establishing power players. So power players are other businesses that share the same client as you. So like for example, I'm in a networking organization. My clientele is business owners and entrepreneurs and industry leaders. So someone who would share the same clientele with me would probably be like a strategic business coach because they are coaching business owners and entrepreneurs. So I would want to partner with them and collab in some way so then we can tap into each other's audience and connections. So that's kind of like next level networking. But what's great about networking is that's what it leads to. It leads to power players. I want to make sure that you stay consistent, stay consistent, and don't stop. Always network. Always network. Don't think that just because we're all on different journeys. So if you have been in business for 25 years and you're extremely successful, don't think that you have to stop networking because you never know what you're going to need on your journey. So stay networking and stay connected with your current network. So be consistent with that. And again, I've said this so many times in this webinar, is give more than you receive and always keep in mind on how you can help your network. So if you meet another person and you're like, oh my gosh, she would be a great connection with him, connect them. That's how I am. So when I meet someone, I'm already thinking, oh my gosh, he would be a great connection with her. I'm going to send you an introduction. I have a connection for you. Like I just tell them flat out. So give more than you receive. And of course, like Ati says all the time, the gold is in that follow up. So always make sure you're following up because this is the most important piece to networking. If you're going out there networking online or in person and you're not following up, it's never going to lead to anything. So make sure you're following up. All right. Do you guys have any questions? Let me see. Let me see if I have any questions. Ooh, I have some. Actually, I have some insight. So I like this. I'm going to share this from Mark. He says, if you wait until you are perfect to begin networking, you'll come across fake. Networking is not about fake it until you make it. Yes, Mark. Yes. And it's interesting because a lot of people want to network, and I've run into this so many times, and that's why I brought it up in this webinar. Is a lot of people are like, I'm not ready, like that, I'm not ready to network. No, what am I going to say? And I'm like, I'm confused because I'm like, wait, why are you not ready? What are you getting ready for? Right. And then I realized that a lot of people, the reason why they're not ready is because they don't understand what networking is and like, what do you do there and that kind of thing. But you are absolutely right, Mark. Like we can't wait. We can't wait till we're perfect, because then now we're trying to build a facade when we could just go out there and network and be ourselves. Um, and then Mark has some great insight. Like the old saying goes, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. Absolutely. And who you know is who you network with. Yep. It's all about building that quality network for yourself. I think a lot of people thought that networking was about like landing your clients. And then when you attend X event, that you'll get 5 clients from that event, and that's a success. Like, I'm going to join that organization because I got 5 clients from their first event that I attended. No, it's actually not that, because after those 5 clients that maybe you landed at the first event, the second, third, and fourth and fifth event, you may not get any clients, because you're really there to build connection and build a quality network with the like-minded business owners at that event. So yeah, it's about who you know and who you network with. All right. I don't see any other questions on here, but if you have any other questions, or if you're catching the replay, please put them in the comments, because we will be monitoring the comments, and we'll make sure to get to your question. But yeah, if you guys don't have any other questions, I did want to share that if you are new to networking, you would love some help in regards to navigating the waters with showing up online and showing up at events and networking like a boss, and truly networking like a boss and building that quality network. I actually offer a 12-week program, and it's one-on-one with me, but also one-on-one coaching calls with a group, because obviously it's about networking. So I want you to network with the group that is a part of the program. And it actually starts on October 18th. So if you're wanting to really build some strategy and wanting to network the right way and making sure that you are navigating the waters in the networking spectrum, I can help you with that. We do 12 weeks of down to business training, one-on-one, 12 weeks of action items to do now. So I will actually have some challenges where I will help you build a network every single week, taking different actions and different approaches. And then obviously I'm going to be bringing in some guest training, because I don't know it all, but I do have the experts that know different ways to network and what you should be implementing into your networking. And then all of us, you will also have, we are launching a private Facebook group for the group, for this 12-week program. So this is only a beta that I'm trying out. I want whoever is part of it to join the beta, try it out, give me some insight, let me know what they like, what they didn't like. And then after this beta, we will be launching the official program. And I believe we're going to be doing that in February of 2022. So I'm only selecting 5 business owners. I already have 4 slots filled. I only have 1 more left. So let me know if you want to join that program. Just shoot me an email. But aside from that, if you are a business owner, entrepreneur, and you really have more questions on how to network in a way that's really effective, I do invite you to book a strategy call with me. The program does include a social register membership, but book a strategy call with me. I'm going to put the link in the chat right now so you can have it. Book a 15-minute strategy call with me, because I would love to learn, like, what are you doing now? what are some ways that we can improve it? What are some groups that probably you should be a part of? Maybe on social media, you should be doing more of this or maybe less of that. I can do that for you. So you book a call with me. It's complimentary. There is no obligation. I'm not going to try to make you join the membership or join my coaching program. I'm really here to support the community and I want to make sure that everyone's networking the right way. So book that call with me. It's a complimentary 15 minutes. Okay, so that course starts on October 18th. That's the program I talked about in the previous slide. And if you guys don't have any further questions, book that strategy call with me. It's 15 minutes. And here's all of my contact information. Feel free to connect with me. I'm all about connecting and building those relationships and connecting strategic partners together. So I would love to learn more about what you do and see how I can support you. So if you want, my email's there, my phone number's there, my website, and then also my social media. All right. Well, I think that is about it. I don't see any other questions coming through. Thank you so much for tuning in with me and learning more about why you should be networking. If you know of any other business owners or entrepreneurs who are really wanting to learn how networking can elevate their business and help them um, grow their business, please feel free to send them this webinar. We'll actually leave it live on our YouTube channel, the recording, so you can always share it. All right. Well, you guys have a great rest of your week. Let me know how else I can support you. And again, if you want, book that 15-minute call. I would love to hear about how you're networking now, and maybe I could give you some insight on what you could do better. Or maybe some groups that you should be joining that will actually be best for you and your business. All right. Well, have a great rest of your week, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.